Okay, so these are the four styles that I've found that I feel were, yeah, similar to the inspo that you sent me, and like, things that you have said during your consultation. So they're all kind of similar because they have like cinched waists almost. And I said, you remember, you said you wanted that, you wanted to like give a little fashion moment, you want to show off your figure. Love that. So yeah, this first one, I really like it. It's giving more of a classic suit. However, like I said, we have the cinching right there within the waist, and everything. Yeah, how they bring, so it's like the typical button-up shirt. You have a nice tie. You can do a tie with like some design, some accents, whatever, embellishments. And then they have the two buttons here. Yes, I feel like this is just a simple cut. And then slowly going down to the pants. The pants are more of a wide leg instead of like a fitted leg. Yeah, like a straight leg trouser. Yeah, I think that would, yep. I think that's what we should do. We should play with like the levels and different silhouettes in your suit. Yeah, I think I like the idea of if you like the idea of the wide pants, perfect. Okay. And then this one at the top, it's a lot similar. The only reason, the things that stood out to me specifically is the extra added detail of like they're wearing lace gloves. It's all of a monochrome look. It's all like one gray black color from the turtleneck underneath. Smooth that so you can see from the turtleneck underneath. You see that? Yeah, even though that's a different texture or whatever, it's all similar to one color. They have that nice waistcoat. They have 4 buttons there. They have another one on top. But yeah, I like the layers in it. However, I think you might be kind of hot. I just like the layers and the look. And then of course it goes down to that wide leg. Yes, and another thing I like is it's a super wide leg, but then he cut it a little shorter at the ankle just to allow for you to wear like a cool shoe. Because I know you were talking about that. Yeah, you wanted to wear like a really cool, eye-catching shoe. So that's something. Yeah, let's write that down. Definitely, yeah, definitely. Yeah, so wide leg, but we're gonna stop it a little bit above where the natural ankle would be, just so that they can have a little bit more room to show off that shoe. I think that's really cool, really smart idea. Yeah, it's the real reason why I picked this one specifically, because I saw that shoe game. Okay, the bottom two, what I really like about these are it's a cinched waist for the vest, and it's almost feminine in the way that it cinches the waist. It's more so, accented up for more of a feminine vibe, I guess you could say. Here, there's a person wearing a nice button up with a nice tie, accented with some, what's it called? Yeah, some like stripes and things or whatever. And then it's like a nice cinching, and then they have like you can tell it's like a bit of a baggy or oversized pants. So what we want to do, so I was thinking, did you want to go that route when it comes to your vest? Yeah, so you don't want like the traditional suit, like the top too, how they have like the suit coats. You don't want that. That's not what we're trying to give, huh? No. You like how the bottoms are. So yeah, that's an option, how they have, the button up there, or we could just take it and really lean into it, that feminine silhouette. Yes, that's a good one. That's what I was thinking, like a goth or alt grunge punk version of Prince, like the singer that passed away, like Purple Rain Prince. Yup. Yes. So that's what I was thinking, instead of just, I feel like this is a little too easy for what we're going for. Yeah. Yeah, I think it would really, kill him if you did something like this. Now, I know your school may be a little conservative, but I'm like, we can just have a little bit. We don't have to have the cut so low. We can bring this cut up a little bit more. And then we don't, I was going to say we don't need to add the ruffles. But like I said, Prince would probably love the ruffles. But, okay, so no ruffles. Just cut it off. Yep. like a nice simple V cut, and then okay, and I'll bring the cut up a little bit more, flare the collar, definitely add in the padding, because you want those super sharp shoulders. I think that's good. Shoulders, yes. And then a wide leg pant, perfect. Yeah, it's up to you. You don't really need anything, and I feel like some really nice jewelry to accent, or maybe like a nice rosary. I feel like that would really fit your vibe. Yeah, see, now you could just have it like laying, and it'll end like right at that little split there. Like I said, I'll bring it up just a bit, so I'll make sure that I measure from like throat to the middle of your chest, get some different measurements there, just so it's accurate. Okay, so we got that out the way. So since we decided on vests, because I wasn't sure if we were going to do vests or like the whole suit jacket, so I had some ideas for that as well. These were when I wasn't sure if we were going to do like the suit jacket or not, you see that, but you can still take these ideas. I just liked how, because we were talking about doing, like a dark purple, so if you wanted to do like a black and then have the deep dark purple as like a pop of color, that's an option. Yeah, and like we can find a fabric. Definitely, you definitely prefer a vest fabric that has like texture, design, no problem. Print, no problem. I understand that. So I chose these. Yeah, a lot of the things I chose had like a print or design into them. So like this one has a print and design. This one is like the same color of it's like a black with like a black design. This one is like a black with like a goldish, silverish design. You'll be open to either, so you don't mind if it's like black on black, or it's like black with some embellishment. Okay, I'll look up, I'll find a couple of different fabrics for you then. Okay, so yeah, we definitely want a vest with texture, with patterns and things. Write that down. Ooh, girl, I didn't click something. Definitely want a vest with texture and patterns and all those types of things. Make sure you write that down, honey. Okay. So also something I saw that I thought was cool when I was doing a little bit of research, how this person has, how this person has, like, yes, they have an embellishments on their suit. You hear that? Yeah. But, obviously a cool little bow tie with like an emblem there, a little gem or something. Have their vest underneath that looks like a nice satin or silk. But I really like how they kept it on just one shoulder, so we could do something like that. You want to do something like that, something cool, and then bring that design down all the way to the bottom of your pants. That is okay. I like that. So let's say it like starts on like the right side, and we can bring it down to like the front, and it goes over to the left side of your pant. Yeah, like a traveling design. I think that's a good idea. So that means that I'll find solid fabric, and then I'll find different embellishments and designs that I could, sew on top. That's a good one. You're gonna kill them with that one. Everybody's gonna be so jealous. This is what I mean. Get your money's worth. If you're gonna get your outfit made, get your money's worth. Let it be worth it. Your parents and you probably have a job or whatever, spending your hard-earned money. Put the seamstress to work, okay? I love that idea. So yeah, we're gonna start it on the right and travel it. So do you want me to just start it on the right and then travel it across, or I can start it on the right and it can go like a snake, so go around from here to down. Yeah, like a S. I'm so excited to design this. Okay. Yeah, and finally I was just showing you, like I said, an example of a vest with print, but we already decided like the prints we want and stuff, and you've talked to me about buttons. You sent me that. You were very specific about that, and this is just something I was showing you, like if you wanted to wear like a button up, you could do something a little frilly, but we're pretty much going with no button up. You want to make the vest a part of the shirt, kind of like a corset top that a woman would wear in a way, like a long sleeve corset top, but for a masculine individual. Yes. Perfect. Okay. And the final thing, I'm not going to keep talking your head off. I know we talked about buttons and things, but I just want you to know, like, these are different types of vests. So you can have a 4 buttons with 4 vest pockets. I know you said you really want buttons on it. You want it, yeah, okay. This one is called a mandarin. It just has 4 pockets. You see, it's more of like a simple, yep. And this one is 3 buttons. This is what we call a double-breasted. Yes, I'm like, just how traditional would you like it to be? This is basic, just 5 buttons down. Similar to something I just showed you. This is asymmetric. And yeah, it's asymmetric because it's not, yeah. And this is a U-neck. We're not doing the U-neck. That doesn't fit the vibe. I personally think that we should do either the 3 buttons double breasted, you can have the 4 pockets still, or the asymmetric 4 pockets. Because keep in mind, you're going to have long sleeves. You want that slit to come down in the middle to show off a little bit of your jewelry. You're going to be cinched in there with the asymmetric. Perfect choice. Perfect choice. Okay, now we can get started on the measurements. We did the fun stuff. We have an idea of colors, design, shapes, silhouettes. This was great. Let's get started on the measuring. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna just start measuring shoulder to shoulder, and just seeing, yeah, how broad you are, because we also have to account for adding in the extra padding so you can have those sharp shoulders into that vest top that we're gonna be creating today. So just, yep, stand still and just make sure I get you perfect. Yeah, about that. I'm just double checking that measurement. Okay, I'm gonna do your entire of your wingspan. I'm gonna measure arm to arm like this, and then I'm gonna measure each arm at its side and things. Okay, so let's get the entirety of the wingspan. Okay. Yeah, super long arms. Okay, so just keep your arms, at your sides comfortably. Try to sit up a little straight, but not too stiff. Okay, just how you would comfortably, but just no hunchback. That's gonna mess up the, yeah, no, none of this. Yeah, sit straight. Okay, you're a little bit taller than me. Okay, stay still. Stay still. I'm gonna measure your chest, similar to like if I was measuring for like a bra measurement, just to see how basically like the circumference of that area, just because like I said, you're gonna be wearing a vest top that's cinched in, and I just don't want it to be too tight. I want you to be able to move like this, move this way and like dance around and have fun and not like mess up any stitching or pop anything. So yeah, so just keep your arms out, and I'm just gonna go around and measure your chest. Measure your chest. Measure your chest. Okay. Cool. Okay, and I'm gonna do the measurement around the nipple as well. Yep. I guess it's similar as if I'm measuring you for a bra. Even though I understand you don't wear bras, but still, it's really good to have this type of measurement. Okay, so now I'm going to measure from your armpit to your waist, armpit to your waist. And I want to measure that with your hands up, and then I'm going to measure it with your hands down, okay? Yeah, and I really, because I really want to make this, even though it's gonna be tight and form fitting and really show off your body and your whatever. I just want you to be comfortable enough to move around and not mess up your outfit that you're spending your money on. So yeah, hands up, and I'm just going to. Okay. Okay, do it again with your hands out, measure it again. Yeah, make sure pay attention to the difference, because I just want to make sure that we're accounting for every little, yeah, minor inch or something, because you never know. It's like I hate that when something is so cute, but I feel like I can't move a certain way in it because I want to pop. Okay, so yeah, so arms out this time. Okay, now we're gonna do your hands just down, and I'm gonna measure that armpit. Armpit to your waist. Okay. Now I'm gonna measure your waist. So I'm gonna go around, basically measure around your belly button, and then we're gonna do around your hips. Okay. Do you know your height? Well, you just had a physical. Yeah, give her your height. But I'm definitely gonna just measure you again anyway, just for my own specifics. Yeah. Okay, so now let me measure your waist. Down here, measuring your waist around your hips, specifically around your hips. I just did your waist, like your belly button. Now I'm pretty much doing your hips. Okay. Now I'm gonna measure your height. Like I said, just to get my own bit of accuracy. So just stand still for me. Measure it again. Yeah, this is in inches, so it's about the same. Yeah, that the doctor said to you. It's pretty spot on, actually. Yeah, I'm about to measure arm to arm. Speaking of your sleeves, so we didn't talk about, did you want like flared out sleeves? Did you want cinched in sleeves, or like cufflink? You want to wear cufflinks? Okay, no problem. Please write that down, because sometimes I may take special liberties and do my own thing. They want, the cinched sleeves cuffed, for cufflinks or whatever. So let me do arm to arm. One arm each. Okay, measure this arm. Okay, now I'm gonna measure from chin to like the center of your chest, like right here, your sternum, I believe that's what it's called. Just stay still. Yeah, so if this is your sternum, yeah, feel that area right there. Yep. So we want it, I was gonna say we don't want it too low, about like where my cut is in my shirt right now, just because, like I said, you're a kid and you don't want them to be all, you're showing too much skin at the prom, and try to revoke the ticket that you paid for. Like, nobody has time for that. But yeah, I'm gonna start by measuring chin to sternum first. Okay, so okay, got that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna start taking measurements of it at different levels. I'm gonna start here, go here. I just want it to be as accurate as possible. This is gonna be a customized suit, so it's custom to your body type specifically. If anybody else wears it, it's not gonna fit right. Yes, I like my stuff to be very custom. You can't get this in the middle of the mall, like real unique, really specific and tailored to the person that paid for it. Okay, I'm gonna measure your waist again, but this time I want you to suck in as tight as you can, like you're holding your breath. And then we're gonna measure it with you sucking out, you know, as if you're like your stomach is full. So this time take a deep breath in. Suck it in, 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 suck it in. I got you, I got you. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay. Okay, you can let it out. No. Okay. Yeah, this time make yourself super bloated, and I'm gonna measure it just because, like I said, I want this cinching to be perfectly comfortable, but still really show the silhouette of the masculine individual, you know. So here you go. Yep, suck it, push it out, push it out. Make yourself big and bloated for me. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay. So now I'm just gonna measure each leg, and then I'm gonna do your inseam and everything. When I measured the height, I was like, yeah, you made a note about the shoes. Do you know how tall the shoes are gonna be? Like how many inches off the ground? Maybe like 4 or 5, not sure. Right, 4 or 5, just in case. But once you know specifically, once you get the specific shoe, send us an email just so I can know as soon as possible, so I can tailor it to that. But either way, I will initially make the pants super long, and then we can just, you know, tailor the pants each time. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna measure each leg, and then your inseam, and then we can get you up out of here. Okay, just 1 second. Okay. Let me measure your inseam. Okay, are you getting these measurements? Because I'm moving kind of fast now. Measure this leg one more time. Pay attention. Okay, this leg one more time. And your inseam, 1 second. Do you need a little extra space anywhere? Does anywhere feel uncomfortable in your other clothes? You know, extra things to add for? How do you like your pants to fit? Let me know. Okay. No, that's a valid point. I'm like, everybody's body is different. Everybody likes their clothes to fit differently. Okay, so you don't mind it being more tight across the butt, but you need to be more loose in the crotch area. That's actually a really good tip to let us know. Please write that down. Yeah. You don't mind, you know, the back to be a little bit more tight and cinched, but that crotch area needs to really give you some extra space. I understand that can be really uncomfortable. Okay, we are all set. This is a wonderful appointment. Wonderful. I had a great time doing this. No, seriously, thank you for this design. I cannot wait to do the little snake, you know, like, yes, that's gonna be so nice. As I get different fabrics and different ideas, I'll send them to you ASAP so that we stay on top of it. Okay. Yes, no problem. Like, I'm so excited. You're gonna love it. You're gonna have a great time at your prom. You're gonna be like the best dressed. Seriously. No, thank you. Seriously. Yes. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay. Give me 1 second. Yeah, my next appointment is here. I gotta get rolling. You know that prom season is so busy. But yes, I'll see you next week for measurements. I have updates. I'm gonna be burning the midnight oil tonight.